it's a hot topic right now. A lot of companies are grappling with how to build their brand, how to engage culture, how to respond to clashes of culture, understand how to exist in this very divided world, not losing sight of your customers, where you provide value in the market. Unfortunately, companies who do not ground themselves in business reality have to find other ways to make people feel like they belong to the workplace. When you have a culture of people who show up and just feel like they belong but don't actually have any standards they're held around achievement, the business fails. You cannot run a business without truth.
You're right.
You can't run business outside of reality. There is cash in, there is cash out. There are expenses in, there are expenses out. There is customers, there are employees, right? That is the stark truth, because when you build a culture of not telling the truth, you build a culture of a business that fails.
Truth can't be a variable. It's like, I deny gravity. Well,
Good luck.
Every time we jump up,
Yeah.
you fall back to the earth. But, for example, in businesses, I don't have a single employee that will come to work day in and day out if we don't pay them. With a good coach, you need to lead someone to where it's at. And I can't just say, hey, the Seahawks are going to win the Super Bowl this year. You'd be like, well, they don't even have a quarterback. All we're doing is we're arguing back and forth. Yeah. You need to, embrace what you're going to believe. And this is where, you see this, to bring it back to faith. Look at Jesus. He didn't just tell people, hey, it's this, this, this. He talked in parables. He told stories. And this is stuff that we can do as business leaders. We can, for the sake of, hey, well, what is your perspective? And even if part of it's wrong, we'll try to figure things out. Well, why is that?
Yeah.
And they might be 80% wrong, but they also might be 20% right. And we can kind of figure that out. Well, what happens if you don't have truth? And what happens if you don't have trust?
Yeah. A culture erodes, right? If you as the CEO are depending on your team to diagnose and give you truth, and you can't trust them, either because what they're saying is intentionally untrue, or because they fail the capacity to diagnose and produce the truth, which is actually worse, then you can't make decisions. And if you can't make decisions, then the company's paralyzed, and all of a sudden you fall behind very quickly, and you start losing money, and you're out of business, right? That's the path, right? With a lack of the ability to tell truth in a company will quickly lead to problems. There is research that, for example, having a leadership team of a diverse set of individuals from experiences to age to race to gender can produce a wider perspective, and that wider perspective can lead to better decisions, which is a business reality.